You are witnessing a rare moment where Rob is talked into playing a game of ping pong, with both competitors having lightning fast reactions and cunning skills in precision ball handling. This is going to be quite the match. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Now let's back up to where we left off, but first, a message from our sponsors. We are Rob and Michelle, and this is our 2001 ML Super Mayreau. Her name is Luna. Come along with us as we sail to new places. In our last video, we showed arriving in Union Island. It is the second largest and most southerly of the Grenadine Islands, located 10 miles north of Carriacou and 44 miles south of St. Vincent. The requirements for entering St. Vincent and the Grenadines: 1. Come in with a negative PCR test. 2. Grab a mooring ball. 3. Get another PCR test done.
It's not getting any better.
Hey, this is number 5.
Guys, water.
Yeah.
Is it getting easier?
No, it still feels weird.
Just not right.
And here's a quick breakdown on the cost to enter this country. We got released from quarantine and checked out the town of Clifton. It's really not much. Clifton was never a big tourist destination to begin with, but now much worse with the pandemic. 90% of the places on the main street were closed up, like Lamby's. Looked like it was a cool place once upon a time. Also, heard Sparrows was a cool place, but he was only open on Saturdays now. But the Snack Shack was open, and not only did we find food, we also found a friend. There are only 2 ways to get here: by boat or little pedal jumper plane that lands on a small runway next to the bay.
That's a lot smaller plane.
We were done visiting Union Island, so we unhooked from the mooring ball. The wind helped us out a lot by turning Luna's bow in the direction we wanted to leave.
Packed some bags and we headed west. Thought that it might be the best thing for us. I was thinking about me and all the things that you leave behind. Family and a peace of mind. And I got you. I am gonna love you till the stars go out. Shelter up above you till they all fall down. We ain't got light, we got love. We ain't got light, we got love. dance in the heavy rain. Two of us together can weather any change that comes our way. Nothing here really feels like home. Home is who you're with when you don't feel alone anymore. I am gonna love you till the stars go out. Shelter up above you till they all fall down. We ain't got a lot, we got love. We ain't got a lot, but we got love. Till the stars go out. Shelter up above you till they all fall down. We ain't got a lot, we got love. We ain't got a lot, we got love. I said we ain't got a lot, we got love. We ain't got a lot, we got love.
About an hour later, we arrived in Salt Whistle Bay on the tiny island of Mayreau. It's the smallest inhabited island of the Grenadines at a half square mile in size. But 271 people do live here. We grabbed a mooring and went ashore to check it out, and one of the must-see places is the old stone church.
What do you think this is? Like a 40% grade?
Come on, Toots. I want to see a church.
I'm dying. That was pretty steep. But already we're getting a really cool view of the bay.
It's hard to believe that this bay would be so jammed with boats in the pre-COVID days. But now there's just two of us. We walked past the graveyard and reached the top of the hill. Here we're getting a real good view of Union Island. And looks like we've reached the church. The gates open, so let's go inside. This church has an interesting history. It started in the early 1800s when the St. Hilaire family who owned Mayreau built the island's original Roman Catholic church. It has been destroyed and rebuilt throughout the years and the various hurricanes. In the 1930s, Father Charles recognized that the people of Mayreau could not help him financially with the construction of a new church. So he went to Belgium and spent 4 weeks learning how to work with bricks and concrete. He then returned to the island and taught the locals how to build. They started with this church.
Look who made it. Had to sit down for about a 10-minute break. 700 meters. all straight uphill, probably 35-40%. Yeah, it was a long climb up here, but looks like the juice was worth the squeeze for sure.
We walked back down the hill and came across the Salt Whistle Bay Resort and Retreat. Well, not so much of a retreat anymore. The locals told us it closed up when the pandemic hit in 2019.
Oh. Watch where you're walking.
There were 16 rooms, complete with Wi-Fi, free breakfast, and free bottled water. I wonder if this was a restaurant. Everything, and I mean everything, has been removed from the resort, so it's hard to tell. And then we met this friendly guy.
Hi. Hi. Oh, you're wet. Are you swimming? You're so cute.
Oh, he was over here.
Yes, that one. All over down the side.
Come running around.
Yeah.
Saying hi to everything.
It's a village dog.
Yeah.
Beach dog. So where you from?
Nevada.
Pretty nice.
Okay.
And yourself?
I'm from right here. I'm from kind of one, but I'm living in the village.
Yeah. Very nice.
I'm doing some similar stuff on the beach over there. I also have a business here.
We walked back to the main beachfront area, looking over at Luna, and oh boy, it may be a rough night tonight for sleeping. It looks like there was a lot more that used to happen here. Several little places, but we found only one place open for dinner. We had some time to kill before the kitchen opened, so I talked Rob into a game of ping pong. I think both of us are a little rusty at this game. Our dinner was definitely worth the wait. The chicken drumsticks were the best I think I've ever had. Even this crazy one-eyed cat wanted some. All in all, it was a pretty good day and we're ready to move on. We left Mayreau and arrived in the Tobago Cays in about 30 minutes.
That way. It's gonna put it close, but I don't sell it. We'll see. Hopefully.
We hooked onto a mooring ball. There's a few boats here, but nothing like a few years ago. This place would be absolutely packed full of boats. You have to be very careful in your dinghy since this is a turtle reserve. You have to watch out for these little guys. They are swimming all over the place. We dinghied ashore to check things out. It is so beautiful. We walked over to the 20-foot barbecue grill area. Back before COVID, it's hard to believe that these grills would be plumb full of fresh-caught lobsters cooking for all the hungry visitors. At $50 a plate, they did real good business. It's so hard to imagine this peaceful, serene place was once always packed full of boats. I think I prefer it this way. And here's Rob showing everyone just how deep the sand is. And I couldn't resist. While I was waiting for Rob over by our dinghy, I looked down and saw some fish swimming around my feet. I found out later they are puffer fish. They hang out by the barbecue pits where all the tourists used to feed them their leftovers. Poor little guys must be starving. Just don't try and eat my toes. So one of the next things you have to do in the Tobago Cays, go snorkeling and see the turtles. Oh man, looks like we returned to the boat just in time.
Our first rain squall we've had here in like a week and a half. This is also the dry season right now. all these islands are probably relishing little squalls like this to help fill their cisterns up.
And we need a wash.
And the boat really need to get rid of the salt wash, so. And just like that, as fast as they come, they start to pass.
In the next video, we visit Beckway and St. Vincent. Rob gets a chance to do some more scuba diving. We hike up to a fort with a panoramic view of the bay. We meet a man who dedicates his life to saving turtles. We get a little adventurous and cross a questionable bamboo bridge, but in order to reach a beautiful waterfall. And we find ourselves in a pirate lair and have a rum punch with Captain Jack himself. We wanted to thank you for watching our videos. Please leave any comments below and make sure you hit that like button because the YouTube gods like that sort of thing. Oh, and also, click subscribe to be notified when the next video is uploaded. Once again, we'd like to thank you and see you again soon.